pretty much born and raised here. I was born in San Francisco, but was reared here in East Menlo Park. And I try to support everything that we do here in East Menlo Park, irrespective of the fact that it's Juneteenth or whatever, but especially now because they're acknowledging us as a people, which is very important to me.
Do you live in Menlo Park?
Well, my mom still lives here, but I grew up right on Windermere Avenue, you know, and used to play basketball right across the street. Organized youth basketball at the Boys Club here right across the street. And then at Belhaven Communities, what used to be Old Netta Harris Community Center. It's been wiped out, you know, leveled for some monstrosity that Facebook is putting up now. But, you know, I'm still here to support the community, even though it has been greatly gentrified. You know, that bothers me. It hurts, you know, to be looked at in a different way when you ride down the streets that you grew up on. You know, that 10 or 15 years ago, half of the people looking at me crazy or whatever with me riding through, it wouldn't even been here, you know? So that's the only, it bothers me. That's problematic for me. But I just take it with a grain of salt. We don't plan on selling out, you know. A lot of people on my street, Windermere Avenue, have just, they took that little $1 million and ran with it, you know. But, well, my niece sold our house that we grew up in. These kids ain't cut like us. You know, they just took the money and ran. But my mom's house, there's no plans to sell that, you know. It's gonna be there forever. We're gonna be there. They're gonna have black neighbors forever, you know. Well, it's a part of the change. You know, obviously it's going to grow with them being here, Google and Facebook and whomever, Amazon. Obviously it's going to grow, but it changes so, you know, and we got left out of the tech industry. But way back when Ronald Reagan did away with affirmative action, right? It allowed for companies, especially tech companies, to not hire blacks. You know, you don't have to hire no, it used to be a quota for black people that you would have to have on campus. Never, not, and then .com blew up. And we got left way behind there. You know, we got left so far behind that we can't afford to, if you move out, you can't afford, even if you live in Oakland. I got a house in Oakland. If I move out, I wouldn't be able to afford to move back. I mean, it's like these people are riding around here in Teslas like they're Volkswagens, you know. That's what we used to ride. That was our cheap car back in the day, but it's heck. You can't even go to a Warriors game and sit close. It's $10,000. Who can afford that for one night? Well, I think it's possible. But like Facebook, when they wiped out a lot of the area on Hamilton Avenue, they said that they would be building homes, affordable housing. Ain't nothing affordable about $3,500 for the average black person. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing. You know, it's like they lie about everything. Well, disingenuous. I would say that they're disingenuous about a lot of stuff. Old Netta Harris Community Center, they just leveled it. And now they're planning on changing the name to something that is not of this community. It's like, yeah, sure, we can probably get them to the table, but whether or not they live up to what they say is a totally different thing. Just keep giving events like this. You know, you can count the number of black people living in the community now. I don't know what to do. It's like, you know, I have no other solution because they can't move back in, you know, but it's like, please leave something for us to remember it by. You know, don't just wipe everything. And now I find out that they're going to be putting hotels and all manners of evil here that, it has nothing to do with us. It's just they took over. Back when I was a child, I moved here. I was born in 1959, and I moved here in like 61. And all the whites had moved out, and Willow Road, the Highway 101 was just a street, and they had all the white people on that side and all the black people on this side. And now, like I said, this gentrification, they're killing us, man. We don't stand a chance. Well, I can speak for only my family. We are definitely teaching our children to, well, like I said, I don't even go there. These children are hardly cut like us. We were raised differently. But all we could do, the best that we could do, is try to teach them, about heritage and, how about long suffering, long staying, or, it's just, we got to do the best that we can to at least introduce things to them, and then hopefully they'll take it and run with it. Stay. Do the best that you can to stay. And don't sell out for a little $1 million or whatever, 1.1 or whatever. Don't sell out for that, because in 5 years or so it'll be 3 million. You'll never be able to move back in. So if you can, stay. Please, if you can, stay, because it's no way that we should let them just wipe us out like that. We're gonna stay. Them Goodwin family, we stand. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be some color as far as we're concerned. There are a few other families like us, but like I said, you can count them pretty much on one hand. Everybody's gone. Everybody's pretty much gone. I take my mom. My mom is 90 years old, and I'll take her for walks, and we go down our old street, and I say, this is where the Jacksons used to live. This is where the Jasons used to. The Jasons are still there. This is where the Reeds used to be. This is where the Millers used to be. This used to be our home, And this is where you raised us. And look at the tree. Remember, it was so small. Now it's, wow, 12 inches in diameter at the trunk, So we can reminisce, we can go back and just relive. The people that live in our house that we grew up in invited us into the backyard to reminisce on things. And I thought that was pretty cool. And they said we can come at any time. And they would welcome us with open arms. But that's pretty much all we have to hold on to, is those memories. Well, like I said, these good ones. We got my brother has one on Carlton. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay. It brings us together. It brings us together as a whole and as a group of people of all colors, nationalities, all races. Just to, if not anything else, it reminds these new people, these new East Menlo, these new Belhaven people that we used to be here, and that we still a part of this community, a big part. So we just ask that you respect that. It cut me to my heart when I was riding through my neighborhood and somebody looked at me like I don't belong. It's like, are you kidding me? I backed up. The Bible says, be angry, but do not sin. I backed up and told this cat to say, look here, man, I grew up here. Please don't ever look at any black person that's riding through here like they don't belong, It's painful. It's just this gentrification, and we so far left behind that if they could have some programs to enable us to include us. Now you see, racism is rampant. I mean, you read where a black guy working for Google, going to work, somebody called the police on him on his job, right? Okay, then you read Facebook where a black guy just got pressured out of there. Then you read where Tesla got sued for $139 million for just blatant racism, just overt, just outright. You know, I'm just saying be inclusive to us, you know, as a black people. You know, you way ahead of us now. Give us hell if it's crumbs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just crumbs off the table, give us something. You know what I mean? It's like, don't just kick us to the side or kick us to the curb like that. Give us something, please. You know, it's like, we're not begging. You know what I mean? We rightfully, hell, look at here. Everybody but us got reparations. Everybody. We ain't got no reparations, no nothing. You know, it's like they're kicking us. We've been kicked around for so many years. It's like, wow, what the hell? What can we do? Please include us. That's my message right there. Give us something.